When I ain't stealing rims, I'm listening to the raw hype.
Working for myself, baby.
For myself, baby.
It's bad for the health, baby.
For your health, baby.
I'm chasing after wealth, baby.
The wealth, baby.
Yeah.
Money, money, money on my mind.
Woo.
If I ain't getting money, then I'm wasting my time.
Woo.
You might be okay with not getting no money and think the shit fine, but that shit ain't my kind of time. I'm a nigga who like to get cash on the daily. If you wanna talk, if you want some ass, you gotta pay me. Look, I ain't got time for all that broke talking that you be doing, that broke walking that you be doing. I mean, a nigga like me got to just get to it, the bag. I'm off my motherfucking ass. I done went ahead and put the battery off in my bag. Let's get money, nigga. Let's make some jokes and act laugh, but it ain't funny, nigga, when you taking cold baths.
When you
because
taking cold bath, cold showers, you ain't eating 18 hours.
Hey, baby!
Cold bath, cold shower. You ain't eating 18 hours. What it do, baby?
What it do, man? It's your boy Rebel.
It's your boy Hype, man, a.k.a. Black Frigga, a.k.a. anything for $1. Holla at me, baby.
This is indeed the Raw Hype Lady. Back for another week of that.
Back for a week. Hell, yeah, back for a motherfucking week.
We're recording in the new spot again, right? So we still got a couple more
we in a new
buttons
spot.
to press.
Some people say we got 2 spots.
Okay.
I spit balls like 2. I was like, yeah. You know what's going on. Hey, they let me rap again. Nah, I ain't gonna do it. They let me rap again. Don't let me do it. Nah, I'll just bullshit.
All right, man. Look, we back and we had to talk about Chris Rock, right?
You watched it live or did you watch it after?
I didn't watch it live. But the reason I didn't watch it live because I forgot what time it was coming on.
I went on Twitter and they was like saying that the Chris Rock was coming on live. And I was like, oh shit, I might watch that. And when I looked at my phone, it was coming on in 6 minutes. I was like, perfect.
See, when you told us, I don't think it was that time at all.
Oh no, I definitely told y'all when it was coming on.
I don't think so, because when you said, oh shit, it's Chris Rock, and then I have to rewind it because the nigga was already on stage.
Said it before it came on.
But
I was like, Chris Rock come on in like 4 minutes. That's probably why you missed it.
So if so live at the minute to minute, no. Live but like 30 minutes behind,
right.
Yes.
First of all, what did you think of the special?
I didn't really think it was all that special.
Yeah.
In the beginning, right? But like with anything, you gotta warm up.
Yeah.
And when he started warming up, he started getting hot.
Right.
Right? So, but the first half still happened.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it still accounted for it in the totality of the special. So overall, though, for the special, to me, I give it an 8. And that's a Chris Rock 8.
Okay.
Which is, somebody else is like a 7. But I'll give it a Chris Rock 8 because he was Chris Rock in it.
Yeah.
And he paid off the people what they wanted while getting paid for it. And I think that's very smart. And that's Chris Rocky.
Agreed.
You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
He talked about his life. He made fun about things. He had like childish jokes in there, which again is Chris Rocky. Like he'll give you a childish like joke like, Chris, this is beneath you. But then slap you over the head with something that make you go, good Lord,
he
you're a
had some
genius.
funny ass, He said, I'm trying to fuck Doja Cat.
Shit like that.
Yeah, that was funny.
One-liners, zingers.
Yeah.
He the king of that.
Yeah.
So that's why I give it that, man. But what do you give it? What did you rate it, my good man?
What I learned from this special is that I like Chris Rock.
You needed this special to know that?
I knew I liked him as a kid, and I seen like his tambourine special. I didn't like it.
I didn't like that.
And I can't remember if he had one after that. So, because there are a lot of comedians that I liked coming up, but if I see them now, they're not funny to me. Like I used to like... Because
you had a childish sense of
even like
humor.
Cat Williams. He's not funny to me anymore.
Not anymore. Damn, man.
But yeah, I will still watch him because I like him.
Exactly.
And that's what I thought Chris Rock was to me. But it wasn't an amazing special, but I really liked it almost from like a fan standpoint. Like, I like you, so I like the special. It's kind of like Cat Williams still has the power to do that for me.
Yes.
He could drop a special that I say, I loved it, and it was just solid, but I like Cat Williams. You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly. So he ain't lost his equity with me.
Oh,
I still know how he get down.
Yeah.
Which is why I said my 8 was for Chris Rock. It was a Chris Rock
same.
So what do you give it?
8.
Oh, 8.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like it's 8.
Yeah, but...
It's solid all across the board.
Yeah, he said some things into the baby laugh, and it was good to see him type of thing, and not because he got slapped by Will Smith. Smith. It was just, I hadn't seen him in a while, and I like to see the people that I came up with, and I always tell you I'm reminded of my mother because of Chris Rock, so he has a special place for me in that regard.
Therefore,
and I enjoyed it.
All of that is rolled into the 8.
Oh, for
That's
sure.
why it's
Like
a
the
Chris
stuff that
Rock
you were
8.
saying, like I liked it because it was a live stand-up on Netflix.
That adds to it.
You feel what I'm saying?
I ain't seen you in a while, Chris.
Yeah, exactly.
You're still looking good, Chris.
Yeah, so I liked it for reasons like that.
Oh, man, you getting paid by Netflix for this, right? Oh, and you going to walk them to the end before you even give them what they came for. And it's live, so a nigga can't fast forward.
Yes.
All of that is wrapped into my 8.
Because I even seen somebody was doing, like, they of course took the part where he talked about Will Smith, and they even showed the part at the beginning where he says, if you think words hurt, then you've never been punched in the face. And then they pieced it together with the Will Smith shit to make it seem like he was talking about Will Smith at the time. And I didn't specifically even feel like he was talking about Will Smith at the time. You feel what I'm saying?
I feel like he was alley-ooping it. Because he could have said slap, but you would have laughed too hard thinking Will Smith's coming.
I feel like they were barely related. Like, I see where you got them from. So I fucked with that. But
like a hit, like a little taste test. It's coming.
Yeah.
One of those.
And then the shit he said about Will Smith or whatever, it was exactly what I would expect him to say. You know.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
No.
What did he say that you didn't expect him to say?
How he went off on, like, he's like, man, this nigga bitch was out here fucking her sons. Like, I didn't expect Chris to go there.
Nah, Chris got that in him.
I didn't expect that.
Chris a cold boy.
Only because in this day and age, a motherfucker would not laugh at that joke because of him calling Jada how he was calling.
Yeah. So but that's in his wheelhouse. It's in his wheelhouse.
I ain't never seen it because he never had one of these situations. And it was always wrapped in humor. I feel like there were parts of that Will shit was him just telling the world how he feels. And then part of it was, oh shit, I'm still a comedian, so I'm going to say things to make it funny. Right. But right in this moment, nigga, I'm dead ass, nigga. What the fuck? Nigga, I grew up looking up to you. I loved you. I watched shit up
all
from you.
All of that is in him. Not saying I've seen him go that hard on a specific person before, but even like he said, I normally wouldn't talk about some shit like this, but y'all talk about it publicly, you know what I'm saying? So it's like almost kind of how I would be in that situation. Like, I wouldn't even really speak on that shit, but if we're going to talk about shit publicly or if it's something that's already public, then all right, I'm going to get my rocks off. You feel me? He definitely has it in him. So I wasn't shocked, but I was kind of proud of him.
I'm very proud of him.
I was proud of him.
I feel like he would have given it an 8, but he gave it a 9. So that's what I mean. That's what shocked me. Because 8 would have been like, man, I ain't even did that to you, girl, man. Right. But he was like, man, you a bitch. Man, when that bitch said I shouldn't do that, man, you a bitch. Nigga, that extra little bit.
He said Breakfast Club called him a bitch. Charlamagne called him a bitch. Drake Champs called him a bitch. And like, bitch. I was just like, this nigga funny, bro. And it was just ridiculous, but it was like, yeah, I'm gonna let you get your rocks off. And I enjoyed it. Like, if somebody told me that they didn't like it at all, I would not argue with them and say, what? You don't know funny. I really did like it as a guy that grew up on Chris Rock and thought it was cool.
It had a lot of, like I said, good moments and great comedian moments, right? But like you said, if a person said they didn't like it, I wouldn't blame them because I know Chris and I know comedy and I started off not really liking it because I feel like...
He talks about stuff that I don't care about, like some politics stuff I think was in there or some famous person that was in there.
Even to me...
Maybe I want to say he said the name like maybe like Nancy Pelosi or something.
He probably did.
And I don't even know who that is.
Exactly, so I'm not deducting points off that though. Right. It's more so like...
I'm not deducting points.
Some of the jokes seemed beneath him. So like a Dave Chappelle, the Dave Chappelle last episode. Last stand-up. If anybody said they don't like that, I would have a problem with that because I feel like he was clobbing, he was slugging coming straight out the gate all the way through. Like,
Dave?
Yes.
Yeah. But and he even named it something on some I don't give a fuck. What was it called?
I don't remember.
It was called Sticks and Stones.
Sticks and Stones.
Yeah.
What Sticks and Stones? The last one? There was a last one.
That's the one he came out punching though. The last one to me.
But anyway, the reason why I said that is because I feel like even then Dave, he came out with robust comedy. Yeah. So it was heavy hitting, whereas Chris, I feel like he came out light. He was like jabbing because he knew he was going to slug at the end.
It's so unfair that we like almost naturally compare every comedian to Dave. So unfair.
Because he's the comedian of the moment. He's the GOAT of the moment.
He's the GOAT, period.
Yes, and he's living in the moment, still goating. Yeah, so he the GOAT. It's the same with like LeBron. The LeBron conversations, because he's a GOAT and he's having this moment.
Don't say he the.
The closer. It was the closer. Not Sticks and Stones.
Oh, yes.
Closer.
The Closer was his last
Yes.
one. The Closer was hard.
That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah, The Closer was fucking hard.
It was robust comedy.
Yeah.
It was.
It's hard for me to even say Dave Chappelle stand-ups are good because I really do have like a high like bar for him.
Yes, and Closer cleared them all.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying.
That shit was hard.
Chris started
Like,
off.
I watched that again. I would never watch a stand-up comedy again anymore. I watched that shit
there you go.
twice.
Anymore because
Yeah.
they don't pack that punch.
Like Bring the Pain and Bigger and Blacker. I've seen those dozens of times. Like dozens.
But what I'm saying is, like Chris, he started off.
I give you that.
Yeah, so that's why I looked at it different, and that's why I gave him a Chris's 8.
I give you that.
We do a lot. I met this comedian at the marijuana shop the other day, and he said he want to come on the show. So I'm trying to work that out till we come on the show. And then we were supposed to do a show at this other comedian who has a podcast at the Comedy Zone here, which is actually a comedy club. I say all of that to say we do a lot of comedy critiquing, and it's because we are like, what's that shit you call when you do it like late at night? Anyway, we like pseudo comedians.
Okay.
You dig? So I feel like that's why we have such a strong take on comedy and jokes and things like robust comedy. Like I made that up my damn self. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because it's like that's a genre that I like. I like for my comedy to pack a punch.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I said all of that also, and I'm doing all this. I'm trying to put us in this little comedy zone. Everything pun intended. For my dog to get his ass up on the stage. I have a job that I do, right, and I have a key to the place, and it allows me a stage. And I went on stage the other day. I went to work the other day, and then I set up my shit, and I recorded me doing a comedy set on stage. Now it was.
Here we go.
But no, it was. Again, I didn't have anything planned. I literally just went up there and started like raw hyping on the stage and shit. And like after like a little bit or so, I started getting good. And I was like, man, this is funny. To the point where I said, I think I'm gonna think of something, and then when I come back here again, I'm gonna actually do the something. I have it. I was gonna put it on the Patreon, but we didn't drop. So again, I didn't want to drop shit that's not us on the Patreon when we didn't drop.
Time to have some fun, guys. All right. Why wouldn't you get on the stage?
The phrase, what's the fucking phrase? The phrase is, what's the fucking phrase, man? Jack of all trades. A jack of all trades is a master of none. But even better than a master of one. We talked about this on the Raw Hype. That last part was never mentioned in what I heard before. I say all that to say, I can get on stage and I will be palatable on stage. But being on stage is not something that I ever wanted to do. I wanted to be in the writer's room. I'd like to write the jokes. I don't need to get up on the stage to perform the jokes. Because I've been an artist. I do rap and been all that. So I've been on stage. So there's the fright of this. I know how to control the stage and work the stage. So it's like some people who they have a fear of that. So it's like, man, I want to overcome that fear. Or I have a passion for this comedy and I really want to do it. Let me get up on stage. I'm a jack of all trades. I happen to be funny, but not great funny, but funny enough to pass in anybody's funny test. Right? But the comedy that I would want to enjoy, I would have to care more about comedy. It's the same reason I don't rap anymore, and I still possess just a baseline level of being good at it. It's because I have to put in a little extra care and want to get to a place where I'm respectable at doing it. And if I can't do that, then I don't want to do it, because then what am I doing it for?
I feel that.
You dig? So we in there talking to Amber shit about doing a movie. I more care about doing the movie and then having the movie be funny than I feel like getting on stage. I feel like doing the movie is more my getting on stage than getting on stage.
Yeah, I probably would prefer to get on stage.
That's my point. So this is why
I
it's
was
a big difference for you.
I was going to say the opposite to kind of win the war.
No,
but then when I really thought about the honest God truth,
yes.
Yeah, I would rather get on
And you
stage.
have that little bit that takes you over the edge. So it's almost like you say, what it is, 49-51. You 51 stage, I'm 49 stage. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it might not be that big of a gap, but it's enough to make it the difference maker. You did?
I actually like that answer.
Because it's real. Yeah. But shout out to William Boston. William Boston was on here before. You remember, and he was talking about how Nod Ross, who we do got to get on the show, went on stage because William, he jumped up on stage to kind of usher his boy to get up on stage.
Right.
And through that story, he was basically explaining how I feel. Like, I would get on the stage because I don't care about succeeding up here. And then, but remember what William said? He was good.
Right.
I'm willing to believe I'll be good. You
that.
think what I'm saying? So it's like, but I know the true artist is you. So if I need to get up on the stage to get your ass up on the stage, then I get up on the stage. But then it'll turn into a raw hype show.
A dope ass scene for a movie.
Thank you.
Especially if it was real.
Yes,
like, you know what
I
I'm
want
saying?
it to be real.
Like it was like real, like for real. That would be hard.
That's what makes that is what would make the movie a bit doper. It's like, hey,
that would be so dope,
like
bro.
the journey to getting on the stage, and then the end of the movie is the actual
people
first
be
time
like,
of being
they
on
don't
the
even
stage.
know if this shit real or not. They're like, yo, is this a reality show? Is this a real show?
And it helps with the art because you can start the first joke being about you recording the movie about you getting on stage for the first time as a comedian. And that's the opening door to the opening joke.
Well, like how we even saying how to be easy, bro? That's what I mean right there, bro. You can just do it like some G shit. That's G shit.
G shit. And again, by having that joke and then having that extra, you take a bit away from the crowd because now the crowd truly knows it's your first time.
Right.
They know they're being recorded. It's damn near for a movie. So if you hit something that's laughable, they gonna laugh on that.
They don't even know if you being for real or not.
Which is part of the joke. You know what I'm saying? Like it can go either way. That's what makes it a smorgasbord. You can take it as I'm gonna pretend like I've never did this before, even though this might have been my third time. Right. But you don't know the difference. You know what I'm saying? Or this is genuinely my first time, and you're genuinely getting my first act that I first worked on.
That's a dope idea.
And it's an NFT.
I feel like nobody did that before.
Which is my point, man.
That's dope.
I'll bring you up. If you one of them niggas that did what them niggas to bring you up, I'll be like,
go on stage first. That's
fuck
the story.
yeah, I'll get on stage to bring you up. I was like, hey,
tell some jokes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm up here right now, man. And the only reason that I'm up here is because friendship. You ever know, like, you do things for your friend, man, and sometimes it's like you need that friend to give you that little push. Well, I'm that pushing ass friend up here finna be pushy. Now, I got my dog, right?
It don't work like this.
I'm telling you, I'm just rambling off the top of the head, and they're captivated.
You have to do a set, bro. When you go to open mic, you only
that's my set. My set is me introducing you.
But it ain't no guarantee. Well, yeah, we can make it a guarantee we're with next. Like, hey, man, we shooting a movie, man. We can go. But you'll have to tell some jokes like a real host.
But that's what I'm telling you. But no, here's why it can work. Because again, the nigga who has the podcast at the Comedy Store, that's already the Comedy Store stage. So us being able, we're one step closer to being the one step to getting.
Oh, the Comedy Store, the Comedy Spot I fuck with down there.
That's what I said. Yeah, let us do it down there too.
They follow the Raw Hype on Instagram.
Shout them out. We're gonna put your name somewhere because I forgot it.
I want to say it's called the Gimmick Factory.
But
I think it's called the Gimmick Factory.
Shout out the Gimmick Factory, man. The Raw Hype in the film there.
I was even on some not gonna tell you shit. Was gonna pull up on that bitch like soon because I'm finna do everything, bro.
Hey, if y'all know Hype, man, I know Hype. Bro. I think he got ADD, right?
I probably do.
You got ADD, but he also got like an autism ADD too. He's like a blend, like a mix.
I'm not sure what's going on anymore.
Because right. When this dude gets tunnel vision, he will shut down the world.
Facts, baby.
Most people that talk about it, right? He'll be like, man, listen, I'm finna go dark like LeBron and shit. I'm finna go dark, nigga. I'm finna only watch stock tip videos 8 hours a day until I learn how to make $1,000. And once I get to 1,000, and then he does the shit. Why I say you got ADD is because after you do it, it's like, oh, I did it. I'm good.
This time different,
until something else. It's like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna fast. I'm finna lose 25 pounds.
Oh, I'm definitely documenting my 21-day fast that I'm about to do and I prefer. I'm documenting that bitch. You can bet that.
I started on April 8th and go up until your birthday.
Nah, you don't want to eat no crazy food the day after you finish your 21-day fast. I want to already.
Just because it's your birthday, you don't have to eat crazy food, nigga.
But I might. You know what I'm saying?
I just said that on some
week before.
finish line shit. You know, I already got a celebration that month.
I want to be a week before my birthday. You feel me?
That makes sense.
But yeah, bro, I really am. I'm finna start documenting shit, bro. Especially if I holler at my mans and he start chopping me up.
Come on, if it be good.
Man, hold up, bro.
Man, hold up.
But for real, bro, it's time, bro. I'm finna start grinding, man.
Hey, that was the last episode.
That's all I can think about.
I know. And listen, that's my point about the tunnel vision shit. Once this nigga locked in, everything has to formulate into that. He's like, man, I'm finna eat. Or I'm finna fast. I'm finna record me fasting for the next 21 days.
And
then
I
I'm
don't
gonna
even
post
know.
a clip every day.
I might.
And I'm gonna weigh in.
I don't even know how I would do it, bro. Probably, post a clip every day. Day one, like this what I did. I probably do it where I
Do shit morning and afternoon.
I do like 5 days of recording before I post. You feel me? Just be, you know what I'm saying? So that way it's always gonna be consistent. Yeah, man.
And he give people at least a couple days to catch up with you. Like, oh shit, what day this nigga on now? Oh, he had 11. Oh, I'm still
And
I'm still
regular
in here.
people that I know do watch that.
I just saw a white man do that shit. He did a 21-day fast and he literally
real?
went on there, he weighed himself. He lost 30 fucking pounds, nigga, in 21 days.
But what can I follow that up with? I might just vlog my regular life on that bitch. I mean, that's
maybe
you
it's
know.
a stand-up set. Maybe you start sitting down to
Yeah, I could go next
set,
after
you
that.
record
Hey, the next
motherfucker.
thing I'm finna do is I'm finna go do a random stand-up set. Just keep doing different shit on that motherfucker.
And then you say every day, all right, I'm writing a joke right now about why bitches don't love nobody but how things make them feel.
You right,
And then boom,
no,
that's
for
the
real.
set.
And then every time I post something for different channels, I'm gonna just make it on this main channel. I'll even do it on my main channel I got right now. The journey gonna be on
But then
that.
imagine having the clip of you writing the joke and then the clip of you on stage
Yeah,
doing
that's
the
what I'm
joke.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
That'd
That'll be
be
hard.
hard.
I'm gonna just start documenting
What
everything
else these
that I do,
niggas got
bro.
in here, man? That'd
Like
be
no, but
hard.
everything I do, this is worth it. Like I told you, when I start flipping these couches, I'm gonna document that shit, bro.
Hey, this nigga's hilarious.
I'm
yo.
dead ass. I'm probably gonna do it on my main channel too. I'm gonna just keep it all on my main channel, just try whatever on that bitch.
I know. So somebody pop.
And then the other shit I want to do, I have separate channels for that shit. Like shit that I know I'm gonna keep doing. You feel me? Like playing video games.
We gonna
and
check
shit.
in with you, baby. We gonna check in
Yeah, man,
with
I'm gonna
you.
have the at somethings is gonna be coming soon. I'm telling you, bro. It's over,
boy.
man. Anyway,
All right,
I
back
ain't
to what we were
finna talk
saying.
about me.
What you call it? Speaking of Chris, we could speak of Marlon.
Oh,
now-
bro.
I have something I want to say that I said this before, but I'll say it again because I remain feeling the same. I do not like when I'm forced to not like something that I would like to support.
Yeah, man. I like Marlon, bro.
I really do.
I do.
I really do. But it's unfair, man. But
Yeah,
see
man.
what I'm saying? But you are right. Marlon's right, and I'm the one that's wrong.
What you got?
Because Marlon is on the stage. You're saying, fuck all that, get on the stage.
Right.
And I'm over here saying, man, but at least get on the stage with something good.
Right.
You're saying, fuck being good. And
Yeah.
Marlon is saying, fuck being good. But y'all are correct. Because Marlon's on HBO. We're sitting here
Yes.
talking about Marlon.
Yes.
And two things have either
Yes.
happened. And people are watching Marlon and say, man, he did good. I want to see if he gets better. Or, man, I watched that shit. And I did. Whatever they say, and they watched it. And they can only watch it because he did it.
This
That's
what I
why I
say,
don't
bro.
want to not like these things.
I love it and love him, but it's because of this. I like that you do your thing, and then there's so many people in the world that when you do your thing, there's a big number of people that's gonna relate to your thing. I've been saying that, right? But for me, like I only seen a few jokes from him. I seen a joke that he had about Will Smith and Chris Rock, and I seen it, and I didn't find it to be funny. And I hated it even.
You started your sentence off with, I love it.
I do.
But that's how
But
I feel.
only hated it because it's just not for me.
It's not for me.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I hated it. And the reason that I hated it, and when I say hated it, I only mean this one joke. This is all I see.
Exactly.
And this joke was enough for me to say, I'm not going to watch this.
And that's what make it even worse. I haven't even watched it. But I saw that clips that he sent, and the clip is exactly what Marlon has done every time I've seen him. So why should I expect anything different?
That's the real
That's the real problem. It's like, man, this shit could be good and I want to watch it. But if I watch it and I don't like it, I only have me to blame. Because all Marlon is doing is what he's always done.
Man.
There's people who like it, there's people who don't.
Yes, it's just not for me. And again, I'm nobody in the comic space. So I don't have no idea what I'm talking about. So if Marlon ever saw this and says, nigga, shut the fuck up. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
You ain't even got on stage yet.
I would say I agree with you. You feel me?
But see, I don't want him to have to respond to me negatively.
Right, because I'm on your
I love you, Marlon.
I'm on your side.
I don't want you
I'm on your side. Like, it's like I seen him the other day, and he was in an interview, and he was talking about how they did a whole bunch of script writes for "Don't Be a Menace" in South Central while drinking your juice in the hood. Great. And I watched the whole interview because I love this movie. You feel what I'm saying? But I didn't watch his stand up because I wouldn't love it. And
so, yes, he was on the Breakfast Club, and he's talking, and I'm like, man, this is one of the reasons. This is some of the reasons why I love him, man. I like this guy, but it's like, but when it comes to doing what we supposed to like you for, that's not what I like you for.
Right, it's not.
So,
it's
but
not,
when
man.
you give us that as the offering, I have to treat it as the offering you're giving me as something I don't like. You know what I'm saying?
And I wish it well.
I wish
I hope it's successful. I just don't want to see it, bro.
But therefore,
I feel bad.
You hear how I sound? I don't like how this is. But listen, it gets worse. Because then Marlon made me madder with Tyler Perry. Because I want to love him.
Oh, I don't even want to love him.
But I want to. I want to
love him because he's like the biggest black movie production.
That's
studio
something to
of all
love.
time. Yeah,
that's what I want to love.
He makes stuff that's so much not for me that it's not even on my radar.
Hey, Tyler, meet Marlon. Hey, Marlon, say cheese.
Marlon don't be a menace. Hell no, Marlon made in living color.
They
and
make
don't be a
shit
menace.
that I don't like so much that I can't support the shit.
Tyler Perry haven't never made nothing that I want to watch. Marlon has made stuff that I'm interested in. And so has his brother.
So here's my thing. No, man. See, that's being unfair. Because Tyler, I know I can't decide what your unfair is, but me hearing you say it is unfair.
No, like he don't exist to me because he never made nothing that I wanted to see.
Nah, man.
Like if you told me he hadn't put out a movie in 8 years, I would be like, oh damn, I didn't know that. Like I would have no idea. If you told me he put out a movie in 2023, I'd be like, damn, for real? I have no idea. He's so far from my radar.
What's so funny?
Because he makes stuff that's not for me.
It's so funny that if you had said he ain't made his last movie in 8 years, I wouldn't know if you're telling the truth or not. But it goes back to the ultimate point I'm trying to make here. I support them for what they are.
Me too.
Marlon was telling a story about how his brother Keenan and Damon kind of like molded them for this and all that. And it's like, that story's amazing. What you churned out from that, like you said, fucking Don't Be a Menace. Yeah. White Girl. Scary Movie.
Yeah.
You're funny.
Yeah, you're funny.
But
you're undeniably funny too.
Here's the problem, right? And I think this is what attributes to how I feel. I feel like but in a situation like this, they make childish comedy. And I can appreciate childish comedy as a child.
I even have a knack for it as an adult. I do. It's just not my go-to comedy.
But it's I'm being childish comedy. This is what he's presenting as his
It has to be delivered
comedy.
in a way that's just my specific niche for how I like my childish comedy. And I don't even know what that is.
But I can give you an example. What you call it? This ain't a great example, but right when I pulled up outside and I went and I dapped him, I was like, damn, nigga, you getting tall in this nigga. I done grown up.
Right.
Like how you said that was like,
that's a childish joke, of course. Yeah.
But it was funny.
I get that.
He or they sometimes will present that as this is it. Yeah. And it's like, man, if your peak or if your A game is childish comedy,
I agree.
That's why I can't get jiggy with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nothing wrong with it, it's just not my thing.
That's all. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying he's bad. And I want to refrain from saying that.
Right.
I just want to drive how it's not for me.
Yeah, I don't even want to say it's childish, even though I agree. I'm just going to stick with it's not for me. Because I don't have to defend it's not for me. I have to defend calling somebody shit
let
childish.
me defend.
So it's just not
what
for
I
me.
mean by childish, I mean it's low-hanging fruit. It's just, a child can see it and laugh. You dig what I'm saying? It is like, which means...
They said a worse thing. It's low-hanging fruit. It's beneath
like
my
with a child,
palate.
if you trip and go, whoa, they'll laugh.
Right.
But he's doing that for an adults. And I'm like, dog, It's almost like he's making comedy and they're making comedy. People who make that kind of comedy for like people who are like.
Don't say it.
Okay, say it for me so I don't have to say it.
All right, go ahead.
No, what
I know you're gonna say something for like you're gonna say something along the lines of like immature, childish, or slow.
But no, I was gonna say it in the sense of like they're trapped in there, like you know what I'm saying? Like who it was. I know this nigga, right? Who you can't? He didn't get to have his childhood,
right?
So his adulthood is his childhood.
Did he sing "Beat It"? But go on.
Oh, see, perfect example. The reason that a nigga like Mike was even in the position to be called or accused of being a pedophile is because he never had his childhood. So hanging out with a bunch of friends and having a fucking sleepover is something he wants to do. But he realized, hey, okay, if I have a sleepover with 17, 20-year-olds, this might not go good. But if I got about some 12-year-olds in there, we have popcorn, we can have candy, all the things I never had growing up. But I was so rich, but I didn't have the riches. Like, that's how you get put in that position. So now even when he grow up, he hangs with monkeys and he does all these childish shit because he's trapped in that child's mentality. There's other people that are that too, and I feel like some people.
They said you like Marlon Wayans. You
notice I say his name in a while.
You ain't had no childhood, bro.
But no, think about it. He might not have.
I disagree
because
with all of this.
He had two legends in his family, so he's living in the shadow his whole life.
Maybe like he just thinks that's what's funny. He seemed like a regular cool nigga in real
too
life.
much of a cool regular nigga in a comedy world.
I'm done with you, man.
That's funny, man. Your brother's Damon. Like Damon is one of the goats, my nigga. I don't want to say it.
Marlon one of the goats.
Yes, he is. But for not the same reasons, though. And that's why I don't want his non-goatness to impede on him being looked at as a goat because of the non-goatness. You dig what I'm saying? It's complex. I know. It's complicated, but
you didn't hurt me on this one.
No,
man.
but no.
Talk about it.
Tyler Perry and Marlon make the type of entertainment that I feel, and most black, not most. I mean, I didn't try to even kind of want to speak for them, but people don't support on the level that they should support. Dog, Tyler Perry is hopefully, possibly about to buy BET, nigga. Like, you can't have that level of success.
Yeah, I wish him well.
I wish him all the well.
Yeah.
But if this nigga buy BET, you know what's gonna come on BET, nigga?
Same shit that come on. But Dia gotta be on BET. I'm sorry.
Man, but I'm saying, like, stuff like that, like the Medea character. You know why I fucked with Tyler even a bit more? When I first came up here to Florida, is when his shit had just started. So like I was by this lady getting my hair braided
funny,
when
man.
I used to get my hair
Nigga
braided.
don't know if he put out a movie in the last 8 years. So you know I fuck with him sometimes.
You know what? That's my dog.
You don't fuck with him.
No, it's because I saw it and it was like a play, and it's the first time I've ever like seen a play on a fucking DVD,
Right.
and it was like nigga comedy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was done in a nigga way. Medea, she's like, oh, I'll cap your ass. Like that,
Right.
all that. Like,
I agree with that.
so you see a
agree with
motherfucker go from that, and now he can buy BET.
I agree with that.
Every bit of me wants to support it. But when I watch what he's doing, it's like, man, this ain't for me.
I agree. It's
And it
not.
shouldn't be for a lot of other people. We need to look at Marlon and the Tylers in the position that they are and say, hey, man, y'all need to make more quality shit that black people can support.
But who are we to say it ain't quality? People liked it. Like I seen the comments in the
Just because people like it don't mean it's quality.
it do.
No, it don't. It means it's working. It means it's effective. Quality is niggas like McDonald's food. That's not fucking quality beef, nigga.
The taste is quality.
The effect. They get the
The
effect.
taste is quality.
I'm saying, right?
That's a fact. That's a fact. The taste is quality.
The taste with that price, nigga. I'll go get a 99-cent burger.
The taste is
That tastes good.
For real.
I know what I can be eating.
Straight up.
But no, again, so this is just me, my ignorance.
Yeah, I'm
and
off
my,
for this bad way.
Yes, leave him alone. It's all about ISO. I'm on the ISO.
Oh, man.
Black people are making and need to be... Joe, come here, man. Joe, come here for 1 quick second, man. Joe come on, have a seat. Sit in your own show. Your own studio.
Good, my people.
What's up, my good man? If y'all don't know, this is Joe, fresh out of Random Max Podcast. Y'all know what it is. Let me ask you a question.
Talk to me.
This seems right up y'all alley, so maybe y'all have touched on this before.
All right.
How do you feel about the quality of the entertainment that two individuals were singling out, not because they're not amazing pillars in our community,
Right.
but just because they're the example of the day?
Okay.
Marlon Wayans and Tyler Perry.
Okay.
Give me your ideas on how you feel about the entertainment that they're putting out for you to be entertained. No, it's not.
Complete opposites. They are.
No. Give me the. Okay, how you feel about Marlon? How you feel about Marlon?
All right, so starting with Marlon, I'll say this: dude is a comedian, like a comedy genius, in his own regard. So,
See,
like,
he good at this because that's a better way of saying what I was trying to say.
So for me, some of his comedy is like too over the top. It's like, nigga, you're a grown, like you
see what I'm saying? It almost feels. Would one say childish?
100%.
That's all I'm saying.
That Naked movie was childish.
See?
Not childish as fuck.
See what I'm saying?
Now, Tyler Perry is ridiculous. Tyler Perry should actually be locked up for some of the shit that he's allowed.
This is black people talking. This ain't me.
Nigga, I was on Facebook one day, and God, I hate Facebook, dog. Today, like, really furthered that. But I was on Facebook, I saw a clip, and there was a nigga in his room, right? And like a child, 17 years old, it looked like, I'm assuming from the character, right? A grown-ass woman walks into the room and she's talking to him. It's clearly a very serious conversation. Why does nigga take a seat, grab a bottle of lotion, and proceed to beat his meat in front of her?
Wait, who did that, Marlon?
Tyler Perry. I say nigga, dog. It was on BET.
Was this a movie? Oh, this a movie?
It was on BET.
So I just tell you what you finna do to BET?
I said, bruh, what the fuck is going on?
Oh, man.
Okay, what happened after? Did you continue watching?
The clip was done after that.
See?
I was like, yeah, this is absurd. This is insanity. You know what I'm saying? And Tyler Perry's content is not for me.
It's not for me. But this is what I'm saying. I feel like he can make it for everyone if he wanted to.
100%. Madea had its run.
And he has ran her.
He R. Kelly that shit, trapped in the closet.
Yeah, episode 29.
I got something to say, man. All right, so for starters, this nigga Joe just happened to be passive. Nigga came through and immediately started podcasting like a young professional, man. So shit, here's my opinion. That shit had me weak, bro. Because he essentially said the same thing that you said about Marlon, like, this nigga like a kid. And I'm like, I agree. I just don't want to label his comedy childish. Who am I? But that is my opinion.
Absolutely.
That his comedy is childish.
So look,
man.
you let us say all the
That was
things
too
for you
funny,
to come in
man.
on the back and be like,
Man,
hey, I agree with them niggas.
We got to wrap, man. I got shit to do. I'm starving, man.
Hey, real quick.
Yeah, do you, man.
Before I dip out, man, I just want to give y'all boys y'all flowers, man. For real, y'all
shit.
niggas produce golden comedy. Like, y'all, the content is fucking amazing. You know what I'm saying? Every time I catch the raw hype, yo, it's a pleasure. You know what I mean? So keep doing what you're doing.
that
I
ain't
thank
good,
y'all.
man.
You know what I'm saying?
That ain't
Like,
good.
I appreciate y'all boys.
I appreciate you, man. Shout out to Joe, man.
Wow.
See, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was a professional podcast. God damn. God fucking damn. A professional podcaster, man.
Where sweet little.
What's going on, bro?
No, nigga, Jenna Ortega came up on my phone.
This nigga accidentally opened his Chrome browser and a porn from last night just started playing and
Nigga,
shit.
Tyler Perry inspired me. Nigga.
That nigga pornos, post some more dirt on your feet. Wait a minute. I'm like, nigga, send me the link. I want to know where this is going. But
Real quick before we leave, speaking of porn, what would we watch? We was watching something, man, and they made a joke about like not kink shaming, right? And I say, well, no, we don't kink shame. She's like, of course not. And I was like, what kind of porn you be like watching? Like not the regular shit, like you know how deep you went? Because she's like, man, when I was pregnant, I was watching some sick shit.
that one you make sure is incognito. Go ahead and say what you're saying, because I got a different question for you about porn.
So I asked her, and she's like, oh, no, I was watching some sick shit. I was like, but what would be considered sick shit? She's like, I mean, you know, not nothing crazy or anything. I was like, no, yeah, what? She's like, you know, like gaping holes and and like fucking spitting and piss play and all this type of shit. And I was like, were you watching that to be like, she's like, I'm not turned on or anything. I was like, so why are you watching this? She's like, I saw one girl one time put a baseball bat and her fist inside of her pussy. And I was like, yo, why are you watching that, right? And she was like, I don't know. Which brings me to my thought of like, this is why the world is sick, yo.
All right, I don't know.
There shouldn't be a lane for that, man. Like,
How? What if people are into it?
what is there to be into?
I guarantee them she's got millions of views.
Of course, probably because
Let
of
me
people like
ask you
her.
this,
Like,
right? I'm big on like the motivational shit and the cleansing of the body and this or that, right?
For the cleanse porn?
This is my question. Why do people say you should not watch porn?
Well, some people say because it gives you an unrealistic expectation for sexual acts. Because the people there
What
are...
if what if you were watching like let's say you and your old lady had porns that you recorded. What if you watched those for your silent alone sessions? Is that considered porn? It's my own porn.
I would think it's considered weird, but...
To watch your own sex
They
video?
go watching his highlight films and
But
shit.
no, what if you were just on some, I'm done with porn, can I move down to homemade my own porn? Like, how deep is the you're not supposed to watch porn thing, you know?
I don't think anybody listens to the you're not supposed to watch porn thing because the driving factor of any new technology is porn. They say anytime anything new is built, the number one thing done with it is porn. Look it up, internet, porn.
Well, I guess. I kind of disagree,
TV,
but I get it.
Porn.
The number one thing that people do on TV is not watch porn.
No, I'm saying the reason for making the TV is nigga wanted to watch porn. It's like, you know, it'd be good if I could take this action home with me.
That's clearly not true, though. Nigga, I'm finna make an Xbox so you can control the fucking what? But yeah, what do you think about that? One, I get the unrealistic expectation of porn, but also porn allows you to maybe experience something that does turn you on that you don't do in real life.
Or that you didn't really know what turned you on.
Yes, exactly. What about that?
Because people stop people from experimenting with life. And this is why people ruin other people's lives. Because some people gotta test this shit out in the field.
Yeah.
And that's how you scar
I think
people.
after you done had a fair share of porn, you could get off of it.
Yes.
But you do have to experience porn.
Well, you gotta have your run.
Because there really is no other way to find out some shit exists.
Some people's first time seeing titties is porn. And things like that.
Yeah.
So they serve a lot of those little purposes.
Yeah,
First time some
agreed.
people fucking buzzing a nut is porn.
Oh, yeah.
So it's
Agreed.
like, those things are there to facilitate, you know.
Yeah, I wonder what
healthy to
I
me.
never really hear people explain it in
It's
a way that
people,
works.
yo.
Yeah.
It's the fucking Bible
Because like I
thumpers that
said,
say
even
fucking-
if it was like because of the thoughts that it puts into your head, like I said, what if I think my wife's the most beautiful woman ever, so I watch our porns to masturbate while she's at work.
Chances
You
are
feel
that
me?
ain't happening.
So, but it's like saying like, would you frown upon that?
Exactly. Like if you find out
weird.
your pastor and his wife be making porn and shit on Sunday
themselves,
morning.
you know what I'm saying?
I'm saying
It's
with
like,
themselves for themselves.
Yeah. What? Like I don't. Yeah.
Are you gonna have an issue?
How deep is the frown
Well, I
upon?
only donated $5 because I heard Pastor Johnson be getting freaky, and the Lord doesn't condone the freaky, so I'm gonna just give him $5 this week till he get his life
Somebody
together.
hacked his iCloud and but yeah. So it's like, how deep does this go? You know, can I just keep it missionary? That ain't putting no sick thoughts into my head.
And missionary is still the Lord's work.
You know, or can I do missionary fat bitches? You know, unattractive missionary. Don't make me hate my wife more. You know, it's like I don't know. I think it's a kind of a blanket statement.
My lady told me the other day how she was watching, what you call it, Middle Eastern porn, and the lady was fucking with a hijab on. And I was like, dog, isn't that like completely outside the religion?
I feel like that's how Mia Khalifa blew up.
How did she blow up?
I really do feel like that's how she blew up. She had some kind of outfit on that was up her country and shit, and it was like quote unquote shaming the country or something. Don't get me the line though. Either way, man, I gotta go get me some need,
All right,
man.
man, go ahead, put something on, man.
Oh, you rapping and snapping?
You know you gotta.
All right, bro.
Shout out to the Raw Hype, man. So basically, I don't know what's going on here, but Tyler Perry, continue doing what you're doing for the black community, donating, helping other struggling black actors and new time actors come. Marlon, keep influencing people like myself, yo, to go ahead and take that next step. Your shit don't gotta be great, your shit just gotta be on.
Yeah.
You dig? Niggas is talking shit about niggas on Tubi, but at least they got a movie.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? I guess that's the point. Get up off your ass. Get up off your ass and gon' do something.
All right.
You cannot spend your life sitting doing nothing.
Nah. Well, you could.
Having opinions about the doers. That's why your life is like manure.
Shit.
You ain't got shit going on if you ain't hustling or trying something, you going wrong. I be like what you be doing all night long, watching porn, watching nuns and hijabs on the hey, I don't know what you doing. You watching hoes getting fucked with hijab, go get e-job. I don't know what y'all doing in day job, but y'all niggas seem like y'all just want a day job. Me, I'm just wanna get on stage with a little bit of rage. I wanna read scripts from the one front page.
I wanna hop on the stage off in them comedy clubs, but I'm busy on the internet, Pornhub. See, I ain't gonna do nothing till I leave this porn. I'm watching movies, talking children of the corn. I done wasted so much time and wasted so much grind, and I done wasted so many rhymes when I could've used my mind to do something that benefits me and my crew. But I don't really give a fuck, cause I just smoke and just.
I think it's insane that you just sit and just smoke when you could've be on stage like Mr. Wayans. Which Wayans? Pick Wayans. Any one of them is fit Wayans. That's a real nigga. Ving? Wayans? Rains. Wrong name, wrong nigga. But if I was doing my research, I would go figure. I would find the right person instead of doing all this hurting to Tyler Perry and all the people he service. Oh yeah, every week they listen to Lord's service. Tyler Perry give them their movies right after their sermons. And we just over here hating while nobody else is debating. While they waiting, they listening to Tyler cause he the greatest.
He the greatest, he the best, even though he wear a dress. I don't really give a fuck because it's something I must confess. I don't know if he dropped the movie in the past 8 years, but I love to smoke weed and like to drink 8 beers. And I'm like, damn. Should I watch his movie? Or should I watch some porn and then don't dive up in no coochie? I'm like, I don't need that shit unless it's virtual reality. I don't need a bitch to talk her shit and never challenge me.
Go ahead and watch a little porn.com. Go log on to porn.com.
That's gotta be a website.
Porn.com?
Yeah, it probably costs
right
money
there.
though.
Yeah. Fuck all this misting, fuck all this dissing. I just been watching porn when they fisting.
I feel like people that's addicted to porn is people that are like subscribe to like porn. You know what I'm saying? Like Pornhub Premium and shit.
You have to be addicted.
I hit back when that happened to me, bro.
Here's my question with that. Like, if you like, how do you think the people who are fucking are the ones addicted?
What?
Because like the only people that can genuinely be addicted to porn to where they're subscribing, it gotta be the ones who ain't fucking.
Oh, I thought you meant the people that was fucking in the porn. I thought you were referring to the people that were fucking in the porn. Like,
oh,
no. Porn actors. I was like, what?
No. Because
no, bro.
To subscribe to a porn.
It's not people that's just not fucking. Some people just really like porn. Like, some people watch porn on some, like, it doesn't even, like, they're not even horny.
Yes, and I'm talking about them. I'm talking about the people who watch it as, like entertainment. Like, I went to this job one time. I was at this job, and the nigga was at his cubicle. It was his lunch break. The nigga had in earpods, laid back in his seat, watching porn, my nigga.
I feel like I remember you saying this before.
I came around the corner. This nigga is lit. I'm like, dog, you in your office. This is an office. You're at lunch, quote unquote, at your desk, and you're using that to watch. And it wasn't I came across a clip. This nigga was in a comfort as awesome. Like, this nigga watching The Last of Us or something. Like, he locked in on the porn. Before we get about here, how you feel about Last of Us? We got to, man. Oh, yeah, you ain't finished. All right, so The Last of Us gonna have to come back on The Next of Us.
Keep it black. Okay. We out, ski, man.
We out of here, baby.
What you finna do for this 40 ball? Hey, who sings this?
I don't know what's going on.
Bro, turn this shit off.
And that's a clip from the Raw Hype Patreon. For more exclusive content, go to patreon.com/the Raw Hype. Turn up, ski.